In today's video, I want to talk to you about a life-changing scalp micropigmentation result we done here in our London studio. My name's Will Quay. I'm a clinical trichologist and specialist scalp micropigmentation artist, helping you guys that are struggling with hair loss. Okay, so in today's video, I just want to share with you a life-changing result that we had in the studio. Now, we have so many. I'm just thinking in my head now, in the weeks previous, of guys and girls that I've had in the clinic. We've had tears, we've had happiness, we've had breakdowns, we've had hugs, and and I'm not really a hugger, to be honest, but what it does for you is, like, I can't explain it unless you've gone through the journey or the process, or anyone that has had it done, or had it done well, will be able to explain to you what it really feels like. I actually said to my client this morning, and I say this to a lot of my clients, SMP, right, is first and foremost how it makes you feel, like, in there. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it can change the way you feel about yourself, like deep down in there, that's a win. If it can look good at the same time, bonus. Obviously, I am gonna make it look good. It's hard for me not to do that. But number one is how it makes you feel inside. Now, I don't think, like, again, I'm just gonna refer to my client that I had this morning, because we literally had this conversation like 5 minutes ago. He even said to me, like, this is the first time I'm actually sharing this with anyone, and this is what he said. He didn't realize how bad it made him feel, or how conscious he was of it, until he was free from it. He mentioned, like, he'd be sitting on the train or standing on the train, and it'd be windy and wet outside, and his hair's like moved over, and there's like bald patches on his scalp, and he's worried about people seeing them, and his armpits start sweating, and he's starting to get hot, and his body's stressing, his cortisol levels are raising, and that's all to do with hair loss. Like, you just don't need that shit in your life. Like, just get rid of it. And this is what SMP can do. It can take that worry and that stress, and we want to try and lower our stress levels, lower our cortisol levels, to live a happier and healthier life. Now, and I said to him, like, once you've had SMP done, like, you're going to feel good, right? And that's going to transcend into other elements of your life. You're going to have a happier marriage or happier relationship with your partner. You're going to probably be happier at work. You're going to want to socialize more, because you're happier to go out, whereas before, maybe, someone says, oh, should we go to dinner? And you're like, nah, not really. I'd rather get takeaway. Not because you don't want to go out to dinner. It's because you don't want to be seen in public, or you don't want people to think they're staring at you. But by the way, no one's staring, because no one gives a shit, especially in the UK. Everyone's so busy doing whatever they're doing, darting around, stressed out, like walking around. No one's caring. But I understand you may think that, everyone's got their hang-ups. So SMP can be super life-changing. And again, he said it this morning, he went, Will, you've changed my life. And it sounds so cheesy to say, and I hope this is coming across well enough and sincere enough on camera, but honestly, it changes lives. Now, you might not be a person that it bothers, which is fine. Like, if it doesn't bother you, it's fine. I've got my own hang-ups. I'm on camera quite a bit, and all I do is see that tooth, right? And whether you've clocked it or not, I don't know. But that's my hang-up. I'm going to get that sorted. I don't have to, but I want to, for me. You don't never need to explain why you want to get this done. It's for you, and that's it. If you want to do something for you, do something for you, and that's it. But where SMP can be, like, really life-changing is for guys that, even male pattern hair loss, androgenic alopecia, female pattern hair loss, it's still a bummer, right? Because you're not choosing for that to happen. It's something that's happening to you, which you can't really control. In some ways you can, but that's going to happen. That's crap, isn't it? That's no good. We don't want that. Where it can get really nasty and not cool is, if you're suffering from different forms of alopecia, like alopecia areata, alopecia totalis, alopecia universalis. Now, this is an autoimmune condition that we don't really know the cause, okay? There's always going to be a causative factor that triggers the emotion for this to start happening, but we don't know why it happens. We don't know why it can recover, and we don't know why sometimes it doesn't recover. But for someone going through that, where they've lost either every ounce of hair on their head, or even in some cases every ounce of hair on their whole entire body, That's not a good thing for them to be going through. Do you know what I mean? And for us to be able to help these people in a way that they can just feel better about themselves. Selfishly, it makes me feel good. I've done a good thing. All I want to do is help people, right? So I'm going to show you a client that I had in, and when I'm talking about it now, and I can feel like a frog in my throat because I'm so happy for him that he can live his life. Now, you could just see, like, when he first walked in, how down he was and just not, I mean, I didn't know him at this point, but I just knew that's not him. Like, it's like a shell of himself. As we went through the treatment, through the sessions, we had some real good times in the clinic. We was chatting about life and, you know, what we're both striving to get towards. And it's like therapy, to be honest. We're you know, egging each other on when it comes to, like, what we're doing in our lives, and we're just getting on. And as he's doing that, you can see the uplifting in himself as he has sessions 1, sessions 2, sessions 3, and we're slowly piecing everything together. I don't know exactly how old he is. Don't hold me to this, but I think he's around 23, 24, so fairly young, you know. Hair loss is, like, no good at any age, right? But I would argue probably, you know, if you're in your 50s or your 60s and you've got just sort of male pattern hair loss, it may not have such an impact as opposed to someone that's in their early 20s and suffering from alopecia totalis, you know. I'm not to say that, you know, you guys a little bit older, that, you know, you don't feel it. I feel like everyone feels it to an extent. This one really hit home for me, you know, being so young and how he lost it. So yeah, so I'm just going to show you what we've done. So this is how he came into the clinic. So he's suffering from alopecia totalis, where he's lost all the hair on the top of his scalp, but he's still got his eyebrows and bodily hair and everything else. So we was able to get a hairline put in, and he chose this hairline, which is quite nice and youthful, but we kept it, like, really natural. Yeah, so as we're going through, you can see us building the sessions. That's the first session. You can see how that's going. As we go through the sessions, you know, session 1, session 2, you can see him uplifting and smiling, and he's happy, and oh man, like, you know, I'll show you this now, you know. Look at that. Look at that smile. And that's the second session. Like, how good is that? Do you know what I mean? Like, how good is that? And then obviously the third session was us complete, and again you can see he's so happy. He's so genuinely happy. And I love that. Like, being able to do that for someone it's a gift, you know. So yeah, I thought I'd share that with you. I'll drop some other videos in as well now of him actually saying that, yeah. Once he'd finished his treatment, he went away with his friends. He went to Miami and New York, and he had a great time, and you can see him just enjoying life with his friends, going for runs. He's back involved with his training, and it's just give him that, you know, lease of life again, and this is why we do it, you know, to help. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you today. It's just a video, just wanted to share you that on a life-changing result we've had. And yeah, plenty more to come, and that's just one example. I'll drop some more. If you like this kind of video, I'll drop some more results, and, you know, sort of analyze them and go through them and talk about them with you. But yeah, any questions, drop them in the comments below. If you're suffering with any form of alopecia areata, universalis, totalis, please get in touch, and we'll be happy to help. All of our details can be found on www.scalpnation.co.uk. And yeah, that is a life-changing result done here at Scalp Nation. See you on the next one.